all the material that he's got going through.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look, he had his camera all along.
Oh, you just got your don't need pockets.
Yeah, I've got all sorts of things in that pocket.
Now I'll put that on there, just for the sound, because you won't be able to get much of that. Come a bit closer maybe. We're going to be offering that on eBay, starting at $32,000. There it is. 32 grand, it's yours, it's on video. We'll call it something else, you don't want the law to stop it. Alright, so what do we, I've forgotten completely what we was talking about now.
The 8th, Peter.
Huh?
Peter.
Alright, the French Jew that was going to be the Pope, the Jesuits killed him. So that got in Ratzinger. Now, the reason is that in the book of Revelation 17:11, you've got a period of time from the first day that Rome recognised it as being a city-state. That was 1929, 11th of February, which is 84 years later. Ratzinger resigns. So 84 is geometry for Emmanuel. So you've got Christ coming at you. If the French dude had got in, he'd have been a Jew in charge of the Church of Jesus. That ain't gonna happen. So now we've got Pedro Fernandez de Queiroz, who declared the south of the globe, including all of South America, Australia, Africa, in the name of Jesus. And that says it all. He didn't do it for Spain on the Spanish ship, and he was a Portuguese. So he claimed all of the Southlands to the, and that's the Southland of the Holy Spirit, Esperanto. So that gives us Francis, who is now Francis, and we've got Aloysius and a Golightly all out of the, you'll certainly make a Golightly out of their names. And we now have 1.2 billion Catholics and hundreds and hundreds and millions down in South America. And all they're interested in is, they don't know what Protestantism is. But they're trying to get in there, but they don't have no idea what it is. So you take a native down in Mexico, or Yucatan, something like that, they have no idea what a Protestant is. They do know what Jesus is, and that's all they're waiting for, and he's a Catholic. So if it wasn't in doubt, he's a Catholic. And they don't expect him to come from South America. See, another Mexican doesn't impress another Mexican. But a strange old character that's actually the King of England floating around saying he's Jesus is a dream come true, in the sense that it's not one of them. It's a total abstract sudden emergence of something that is so powerful that it has no ethnic preference. All he's looking for is righteousness. And that's what God would do if there was on the application form the local Herald paper. God wanted. My camera's not working either, I don't think.
No, it just switched itself off.
It's doing all sorts of strange things. What's that, the cameras we got there? Look at the strange thing they do.
Now, Brett. Over to Brett. He's leaving tomorrow. Sadly, but gladly.
Yeah, it's definitely a glad sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's put you in the seat here.
Yes,
we will cross-examine you now.
Spotlight.
Okay. You might have to trigger me with some questions.
All light there? What's that one? That's not working.
All right.
We don't have one there.
My
Hung up there.
subject. Oh Oh, my thoughts, huh?
Well, we're going to have a sing-along instead.
All right.
Kumbaya.
Hey, actually, we did have some good sing-along. Thriller night. The sound of music. To me, that's the beauty of it all. It's the fact that we're family. And I came here with an open mind and really didn't have my mind wrapped around how numbers line up and distances with pyramid math and Bible prophecies and things like that. But I found the Christ spirit here, more so than I ever have anywhere, and I've been thoroughly impressed by everything and amazed and inspired just to see how much Brian and Martha have accomplished, and Rue and Karen. But I mean, everything that I could possibly imagine that a Christ-like character would embody, I see here. From healing people in other countries, going out of one's way to help people and show compassion, not just throughout those many years and adventures that I got the pleasure of hearing about and seeing video footage of, but just to me too, personally, being treated like a member of a family. I mean, it's a really clever method they've got to draw people into the cult. It got me. So I consider myself an eternal member. So as long as I don't have to eat Vegemite.
The crack suicide squad?
You got to admit the membership's cheap.
So you've got to get a couple of 100,000 people to commit suicide to work to gain attention.
That's funny. That's the other good thing about being here, the humor. It can't be Christ-like without some humor. I take things too seriously. It's not nearly as much fun. Well, and this whole Pope conversation is fascinating, but it's also encouraging for me to see and read what I've read about what Benedict has had to say, his sincere curiosity and his positive responses. I find that to be very encouraging. I find that I really admire the guy, so if you're watching it, there you go, Holy Father. I consider you a friend, even though we haven't met. And I'd say probably the most profound thing that I've realized in this experience thus far, although there's a lot of layers to the onion that I've unraveled here, but the most powerful thing I'd say to summarize would be the power of love. It's that simple. And I come out of the United States where there's so much activism against the government and so much wickedness in the government that it becomes a pointing match that, oh, it's this guy or it's that guy, it's Barack Obama. Well, it is, but the point being, people are always pointing the finger of blame, and they're upset about the corruption, but they haven't learned to comprehend the solution to it and how powerful just having a heart full of love and compassion is. And I've seen these guys, all of them, Brian being the leader, I've seen them, from everything I've witnessed, walking in the face of the greatest opposition that I could possibly imagine. I've seen their internet trolls, the people that stalk them, and heard all their accounts of troubles in other countries just trying to help people. But the beautiful thing I've discovered is here we all are. We're all smiling, we're having a good time. Rejection never felt so good, actually. I've learned that it doesn't matter. You have enough compassion, you project that, and reality can only reflect that back to you, because that's part of the nature of his design. And once you realize that and start doing it, projecting only compassion, and sometimes compassion has to give an ass whooping to certain Zionists that are murdering people. That's just part of the compassion. But when you have that, you're untouchable. I mean, we're talking about the guy who served a notice to the Queen of England and has written numerous accounts of information about the illegitimacy of the Zionist banking structure, and it's all been done out in the open. That nothing's hidden. It's all on the World Wide Web. And how come he's not in prison? That pretty much sums it up. Because there is the Christ Spirit right there, walking in Brian. It's that simple. So, anyway. But more so than that, I've realized that although he's the big kahuna, here is also the Christ Spirit, right here, right there, the guy with the camera, the wife, Mrs. Christ, and Karen. It's all, we're all the Christ Spirit, if we choose to be. So anyway, I'm really excited to see how everything unfolds with Benedict and the newly elected Pope too. I definitely can see Christ's Spirit in the both of them. It's kind of a bummer I have to go back to Utah tomorrow. Deep into the heart of Zion, the fake Zion. I'll walk with a smile there.
But you have your Chad to go back
That's
to.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
I got a couple of good friends there that,
yeah.
that are
One
catching
baby
on.
daughter.
That's right, and a little
Yep.
girl that I love.
You're going to have your own tribe happening over there, mate. Look out.
Plus, there's going to be artwork going on when I get there.
Yeah, totally.
Have to design the stuff for the Ark of the Covenant mobile. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I probably won't sleep for the next couple days. I'll probably sit at the airport instead of getting a hotel when I get to Brisbane and
Watching videos.
watch about 12 hours of videos that I got off your hard drive.
What's your take on what I was talking about the Jesuits, how they knocked off the French cardinal that was going to take the Pope's job?
What would have
What
been
is
this
on-
election?
what is my take on it?
He would have been up for this election.
It seems as if the Zionists maybe have used that as a false flag operation of sorts to demonize the Jesuits.
Right.
And make the general public get the assumption that they're the ones pulling the puppet strings. But at the same time, it seems to me that the Jesuits are a very devoted group of people. And, well, to summarize, in my opinion, I think they just need to have the right guy given the commands. It's sitting right there. To me, it's that simple. You get the whole structure on economics that you've written up, basic. God, it's all in one page. The Vatican III, what was it, 49 points?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Get them onto that. Get the orders that they need to be getting. And I think the rest will just fall into place.
Well, that's what I'm saying to the popes. That's why I gave it to them. Do it.
Yeah,
And of
no,
course,
I agree.
His Holiness said that it's so simple, straightforward. He agrees with it.
It just makes sense.
Just
is what
makes
he said.
sense.
It makes beautiful sense.
So it's the ultimate chess move against the beast, the
Yeah.
great whore. And of course today, the sunlight for Rome is espousal.
Is the church is the bride of Christ, and they have proclaimed themselves to be. They believe themselves to be the bride, and they are. Whereas the
And they're wrestling.
They really have devoted themselves.
and hence the attacks.
Sheba's got something she wants to say.
What is it, Juba?
I'm climbing up the screen again like a naughty girl.
What's she doing?
Climbing up the screen again. Oh, she's in between the door and the screen.
Play squishy chicken.
She's been quite funny tonight.
Well, if it's worth that much on eBay, I think I'm snagging it. I think the camera at least had enough battery to get that little.
Oh, it really is annoying, that little camera. I mean, my cameras have a mind of their own. Sometimes they work, and then they'll switch themselves on and off. And you'll hear it in the middle of the night and be going on and off, on and off, on and off. And you go down trying to make it go and it won't go. So I put it away for about 2 months and it come good again. All of a sudden it starts flicking away in the basket 2 months later. It's just in there now at the moment, motionless. There is film on it. It's been taken.
Puppy dog.
Sounds like somebody's getting hurt. They're in a fight.